Okay, sir, here we are. Here's the back end of the property. As I told you, I kind of thought there'd be wetlands here, and there are. Towards the rear of the property is very heavily wooded. There is one advantage that I see right out of this property based on its location. I think it's a piece of land that, even though it's zoned residential, could probably be very easily moved over to commercial. And just because of its location, I can see, and again, this is just me projecting on what I can see for use of this land. I can see a convenience store or a gas station. Let me come back this way. This is a side view, shows you where the bypass is in relation to the property itself, and we'll come back around. But I can see where some commercial venture, albeit a McDonald's, a 7-Eleven, some type of convenience store, would want this location to do something with. And if your intention, as you say, is just to hold for now, this, for the investment, may be one of those properties that's definitely worth holding and seeing who makes an offer down the road. And again, you could also always build on it if you wanted to. Now we're coming towards the further front end, and it's drier here. You can see pretty much we still have a lot of thickets and trees, but once cleared, there is potential for building something on there. I mean, obviously we have to put our septic and sewer in place, and that's an expense, but the bottom line is it is and can be developed for a home down the road. But again, my thoughts on this is, if I were an investor, I would probably pick this up and hold and see what type of development comes with this bypass and everything else around it. So here we're now towards, we have the power in place, which is good. And there's your fence line. It runs completely across the front of this property itself. And again, as I told you before, I am not a videographer, so my video quality may not be that good. We'll see what happens when I try and get it uploaded to YouTube and see what it does to the quality. But again, as you can see, right where that tree line starts there, you have like a creek that runs all the way across that. So as I mentioned earlier, the front end is definitely cleared enough to where something could be put on here. Even a couple of mobile homes, I believe, would work. But again, that's an investment choice that you would have to make. You got pretty much softer dirt and dry here. Looks like this portion was used as a turnaround for the property itself. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some wildlife living out here. Now we're heading towards the elongated front end of the property. And you can see here again, enough space to put something in, no doubt about it. And even back into that tree line, you can get a ways back in there before you start to hit that canal or creek. Looks more like a creek than a canal. Got some nice wide open space here. Definitely buildable, no doubt about that. Again, for someone with some vision, I think this holds a ton of potential. Choices. It's all about choices. Where do we want to go, and how do we want to see this? This is where that creek kind of runs through that you saw at the very beginning of the video. There is passageway, or at least there has been passageway through here. A little bit mucky. See if I can get across here to get you a view from that high ground there. Across, and obviously you have your markers here for electricity, so that definitely is established and can be an option. Then we come up on a small lake. Property extends further on out. Let's see how far we've got here. Now we've got a home on the other side here, and I think a survey would be the only thing that will determine where your property line would end. And you extend all the way down there. So that's about the size of this thing right now. Hoping that this helps and put you in a position to make a decision. And again, I still think that with vision there is potential. I would see it as a definite buy and hold. However, those are always choices that you're going to have to make as you progress. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad piece of land to put a house on, or even a mobile home. Another good view from the high ground. And there she is. Hope this helps. Have a great day. David Louis Vasquez, PA, Front Porch Realty, 904-599-7081. Email buy and sell with DLV@outlook.com.